Hi, folks. Early in the morning, the morning is my favorite part of the day. What's your favorite part of the day? I was walking the dog outside. I was walking the dog outside this morning, and I was praying to God, and I was praying to God about YouTube, because I'm very new to, I'm not new, I've seen many YouTube videos, but I was praying to God about what kind of YouTube video can I make that would help people, And I was praying to God for ideas, and I'm telling you, it was in a snap of a finger. It came to my mind, and it just came to my mind like a light bulb as soon as I asked God, what kind of video, what kind of YouTube video can I make? And it came to my mind in an instant, like a light bulb. I just heard the word AIDS. AIDS, AIDS. What came to my mind was to instruct or help people, to educate them on what AIDS, HIV, and AIDS is, and how to prevent it. First of all, I want to let you know that I do not have HIV, and I do not have AIDS. It came to me, but I am a Christian, and like I said, when I came on here, when I started 2 YouTube channels, and what came to me is, create a channel that it could be, number one, like a documentary, and then it came to me to try to make a funny YouTube video. Some people come on here to make people laugh. There's a lot of videos on how to teach people on how to become better YouTubers, or how to use your iPhone, or how to use whatever phone. Those are really interesting. I've been watching Matthias, and him. He sends out this guy that works with him, and the guy buys all these different kids' toys, and then Matthias opens it up and plays with this toy like a kid, or tries to figure out whether it should be a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's interesting, because Matthias is funny. I like Roman Atwood and Paige Rugg too. There's so many interesting YouTube. But at any rate, but God put it in my mind. It's not about me. I thought, well, yeah, it would be nice if I got to be known on YouTube. Nice to have notoriety. It would be nice. And it would be great if a person makes very good money on YouTube. But God put it in my mind a different motive, to help you. That it's not all about me, but to help people out in the world, to try to maybe save one life, to save many lives, to help people to have a better and more healthy, safe life, and to be happy, to help one another, to love one another, to make this world a better place, to be a humanitarian. a lot of people said that my mother looked like Elizabeth Taylor, especially when my mom was younger. Elizabeth Taylor was married multiple times. She was a famous actress, beautiful, very powerful, intelligent woman. But I think the best thing that Elizabeth Taylor ever did was what she did to help people with AIDS. Her humanitarian efforts is what I think she's going to be best known for. The other thing she did for herself, or her mother did to help Elizabeth Taylor, but, for herself, or for love. But to help people with AIDS, to comfort a child, an innocent child who contracted AIDS, or, I think that's what she's going to be known for. And in my life, if I can help one person or many, when it comes my time to go, I I don't have AIDS. I had cancer November 2016, and it can come back. So I understand sickness, and I understand suffering. But AIDS, I don't have. I had a friend of mine around 20 years ago. He was such a nice man. And when I met him, he was really a funny man, very kind. And what I liked about him best was he always left his door open to whoever wanted to come. He was a good listener, very humble man, and he had a good sense of humor. But one day when I called him, I was sitting by this pond, and I was looking at somebody catching these really big fish. And I remember this good friend of mine that I recently had met. This was around 20 years ago, a man, and he was a gay male friend, and he was in a relationship with a really nice man. And he had called me up, and he said that they did a blood test at his work. They did not ask him, but for whatever reason, they were doing some tests at his work. He worked at a hospital, and they informed him that he had the illness called AIDS. And so he was obviously very shook up, but he handled it pretty good. He wasn't a basket case or nothing like that. But I watched what he went through from the time that he found out that he had it until the time he died. It was about 6 years later, only 6 years later, that he died. And he probably would have had AIDS much longer, but he had contracted cancer, probably because of the AIDS, because his immune system had gotten so weak. So anyhow, I'm going to have to continue this. So anyhow, my motive is I want to help people to understand about AIDS and how to not get it. I did research, and I wrote 38 long pages on this research. And it was very complicated, and I thought, oh my gosh, it was overwhelming. So I'm just going to for right now, I'm just going to try to make it easy for myself and for you, and just tell you in everyday words about what AIDS is and how to prevent it and how to stay healthy. Okay, this is part 1.